Hi, everybody. I wanted to come on. We're going to try to do a series of these where I talk about various aspects of the business. And this time it's about the struggle. It's easy to say don't quit, keep it up. But boy, when you're in the midst of it, it's the hardest thing. And you're getting your feelings hurt all the time. Anyway, I want to talk about when I first started out trying to be a children's book author. So I was in Connecticut, real young, 20, 21 years old, and I wrote a book called My Mom's Okay. It eventually got published, by the way, in that with that name and everything, and it had a little character named Mud Pie. It was anyway. So my mom thought it was pretty good, and I really wanted to get this published. So, working with no funds, the first thing that I did was, make a few dummy books, Xeroxing the pages and putting them all together and making several copies of the pencils that I did. And I believe that I had like a color sample, but back then getting a color copy was not really possible. But I made a couple of paintings so that if I got any headway, then I could show the publisher. Anyway, so first I started going to the publishers in Connecticut because they were closer. Everyone said no. The easiest thing, by the way, in the world is for someone to say no because, you don't, if you don't get off the ground, they were right. You were wrong for the job. And even if you wind up being a big hit, it's usually several years later, and they can say, yeah, but they weren't ready then. We all hear the stories about, the Beatles getting turned down and all that kind of thing. But, it doesn't make it easy. It's very, very difficult to be turned down. I went to Connecticut, and then I started going to New York. I was mailing the books to any editor that I could find a listing for, and I was going in person to all of these editors. Well, there were some nice things that were said. I got offers to be an illustrator. I made some connections and all of that stuff, but ultimately, I kept getting turned down. I walked the streets of New York with these books for 5 years. 5 years. I met a lot of people during that time, but I'm telling you what, if I told you it wasn't incredibly difficult on me, hard on me, I'd be lying. I can't tell you how many times I would hear, oh, you draw too cartoony. No, this isn't right for this. Maybe you should go try to get a job with Disney. Maybe you should get... Okay, but I wanted this. After 5 years, I finally did get Mud Pie books done. We got a publishing deal. I had an agent, Jerry Houle. He just passed away. I loved him very, very much. And the books came out. There were 4 books with Modern Publishing, and they wound up selling a lot of copies, about 1 million or 2 million altogether. They wound up giving me 4 books. Now, what was the difference? Well, the difference in me, and the real blessing that you do not see when you're struggling like this and getting turned down, is that it's making you tougher, and also you're meeting people, you're making connections, and you're getting accustomed to business and being creative in the business, and that toughness that you get, and that being, sort of on the road, trying, not getting noticed. Well, eventually when you look back and you didn't quit and you achieve, you're actually grateful. And we find out that the struggle was a blessing because you are a different person. And hopefully you have gratitude. It gets very frustrating. You can get very, very angry, and you can feel like the whole world's against you, and all of that. And and some people get vindictive, and they say, there. Now I showed you. Now, what do you think of me now? And of course, there's some of that in all of us. And I don't even remember feeling that way, but I did feel triumphant when it finally happened. The whole thing is, it's easy to say don't quit, but it's very, very hard not to. And please understand that however this is going to go, if you keep on going, eventually you will be successful in one way, shape, or form. And you will know a lot more about yourself and about the world when it finally happens. I hope this has been a little bit of a help to you. I hope you have a great, great day, because I'm going to. I love you guys.